just hats off to the way New Mexico State played really hard. Nip and tuck game there for a while, and then I was really pleased with the way the offense broke out tonight. That's what we expect to see, and we were connecting on the deep shots. We were running the ball well. The quarterback ran the ball well some to help us on a few third and fourth downs that were huge. So that was big. And our second half was probably the best half of football, complementary football we've played since I've been here in a stressful situation. So I thought that was excellent to see everybody do that, and the kids keep fighting. And so I'll take any questions at this time.
Coach, I want to ask you a couple questions about Eric. What was their coverage on him, and did it evolve as the game went along?
No, they were playing quarters, and we were able to hold it a little bit. We protected. We kept 7 in to protect, kept the tight end in and the back end the way a lot of different teams do it. We've done that in the past, and we've just missed a few of those. If you hit on them, and we were able to hit on all of them tonight. Which you don't always hit on all of them. You want to hit 2 out of 3 at least, And the one catch he made, I don't know how he made it, because he caught it with the one hand and kind of tipped it to the other one. That was a spectacular catch. They busted the first touchdown. They had a corner blitz, and they had I don't like to do that. I had that experience happen when I was a young coach. If he's split out too wide, you tell the safety to come. If he's in tight, you tell the corner to come. Well, they both wanted to come, so they both came and left the guy open. And we were going to that side, and sometimes you get lucky. You're not even looking over there, and it happens. But we were looking there. It was a run play, so that was a huge play for us. They busted their coverage.
So when you say quarters, it's zone, correct?
Yeah, it's zone. So basically, quarters means the corner has this quarter of the field, the safety has the inside quarter of the field on the left, the other safety has the inside quarter of the field on the right, and the other corner has a quarter on the left, and they run switch routes. They can pass it off, and then you have your 3 underneath guys bouncing, and if a guy runs to the flat, the guy can come off. But that's exactly, it's a zone coverage.
But they never tried to double team him?
Yeah, they did. They clouded him some. They sure did. They clouded him some, which is kind of a double team. Roll down, beat him up, have the safety over the top. They did do that some.
And then from the offense.
But you can't do it all the time, because then that gives you a lane to run in over there if it's all the time. So we move him around, and we do some different shifts and motions and come out of the huddle, and that helps get him isolated too. And boy, Dean made a phenomenal catch in the back of the end zone. It was a phenomenal catch.
Great throw too. And from the offensive play calling standpoint, once you see how hot Eric was, did you guys adjust and let's feed him?
Yeah, we had that all planned to do. They kind of changed their defense on us at the beginning of the game. They've been more of a true quarters 4-down team. They went to more of a 3 safety cover 2 quarters. So we kind of had to adapt again, which we know how to go against that. It just kind of had to get everybody, okay, here's what they're doing. Here's how we're going to attack it. And then once we saw they were still playing quarters in some of the situations, that helped us attack it. So. But yeah, that's what you want to be able to try to do, or one-on-one too with shots with our receivers. And our quarterback's extremely accurate and was hitting those tonight, which was great.
You think this was part of the game? So you didn't say let's go more to Eric because he's hot, or this was?
No, we had all this lined up coming in.
Okay.
We had it to Eric, we had it to Dean, we had it, had all that lined up.
And then one more, and I'll let.
And we try to have that lined up in a lot of games. Everybody knows it. I mean, just like when you're playing the Dolphins, who they're going to, I mean, that's just the way it is, and
right.
You try to find ways to have it happen.
And what can you say about Keon and just coming off the 1 of 9? Obviously, he had the shoulder contusion. Just talk about, I mean, even so, have his confidence not be shaken. I know he's a confident guy. Can you talk about, just a juxtaposition of that game?
Yeah, he bounced back great tonight. The first half was okay, and then the second half he did what I expect he wanted to do. That's what I expect him to do every game. I expect him to dice him up. I expect him to run. I expect him to make the right reads. I expect him to be the best quarterback in our league. That's what I expect. And there's a lot of good quarterbacks in our league, but I expect our guy to be that guy. And he can do all those things. We have the weapons to do it. The offensive line did a really good job tonight on those situations protecting. I thought our offensive staff did a good job of scheming up our protection in those places, and then also getting Kewan on the edge a lot tonight more, which was good. It helped him not just knowing right where he would be, and then our ability to run the ball and for him to run the ball some was huge.
Talk a little bit about your offensive line. Didn't allow a sack. I think Schellenbach was last one, Davis.
Yeah, we had Jalil Davis and then Jaheim, and then Wyatt Lawson came in and played center, and Jaheim played to rotate those guys in. Yeah, they did a really good job on that. It was a good scheme. Kiwan made a couple of really nice moves a couple times to make some plays, which you have to do, but they weren't just – the gates just didn't open. When the gates open, it's hard to do that. He has the ability to do that. But I was very happy with how the offensive line protected in that situation for sure. Because they had I think they had 5 or 6 sacks last week against Louisiana Tech. I know one kid had 4. So so they knew how to rush the passer.
Just talk about your pass defense, only allowing 30 yards.
Yeah, we felt like they would come in and try to run the football with the big quarterback, and they made some runs on us, but we were able to corral it and get a lot. We felt like we could, our secondary is really good. They're really good, and they made a lot of good adjustments and understanding. They know how to play back there. They see splits. They see where the running back is. They do a great job of understanding all of that, and they competed really well. I think the good thing, we had the one drive we gave up, that one run, which was rough. But besides that, I thought we tackled really well too. We had some good pressure. We had a couple sacks or two sacks, and then he was having a scramble and just run out of bounds like the guy did last week a few times. So when they're more running quarterbacks, they're able to do that some.
What did you see from their rush offense?
Well, they got on the edge on us sometimes, which thought they could, but we were able to do that. But they had the one run there on the stretch play about 30 yards out. That was not good. But besides that, we knew they were going to try to run the football a lot with the quarterback. All the different running sets, you could see how they were trying to attack the perimeter, and we did well on that. Sometimes they gained 5 or 6 yards, and then sometimes they lost 2 or 3. So, but I thought that overall we had to make them earn everything, and which was really important.
Coach, talking a bit about winning the turnover battle tonight. No picks and no fumbles from FIU. Meanwhile, you have the 2 interceptions from FIU.
Yeah, that's you have every coach in the world talk about that is the key. You're going to turn it over every once in a while. You just can't turn it over 4 or 5 times, right? And then you have to get the other opponent to turn it over too. So if you're plus turnover ratio and don't have any kicks blocked, that type of situation, you're gonna win most games. You're gonna win most games, and especially, we feel like now we're at a program that we can beat anybody we play, and anybody can beat us. We weren't that way before this year, and we should have won a few more. We know that, but we're still fighting and clawing.
Talk a bit about that 4th down stop near the end zone.
Our kids are good at that. We're good at that. But I mean, we've kind of got just they don't let down there. They go to another level. Yeah. Well, so yeah, it was a timeout duel there, wasn't it? So we were watching. They went down to the 2-minute. We kind of saw what they're in, and then so when they came back out, they came back in the same thing. So we called something, and they saw what we did, and so then they called timeout. So when they came back out, they changed personnel, and we had a call. And I said, we don't have the edge. We're not good here. I think we're not good. So we called timeout. Then they came out and they were thinking about throwing it. Coach Gator did a great job. We had a corner to go down, so he flipped Zeke over to the guy, and they weren't going to throw it on that. And then we changed our call on the when we saw they were in call timeout. Coach DeWitt changed the call, and we were able to stop them. That was a big deal.
Prado went 2 for 2 with field goals today. I believe he hit a 38-yarder, which is his longest since the Panthers. Talk about what you've seen for Van.
Well, that was great. He was having we didn't kick it as well a few games ago, and then he corrected a couple of things and mentally fought through it. And he's kicking the ball really well and kicking it high on kickoffs, getting some out, getting some in. When you kick into the wind like it is in there, sometimes it's hard. But he's doing a really good job. I was really happy for him and proud of him on that.
Did you think there was a chance in New Mexico State that they'll go 2 quarterbacks?
Yeah, I did. I thought they might go 2 quarterbacks. I thought they might go to the other quarterback earlier. He's a little bit better. He's a better passer. You see him throw more. He's not quite as good a runner as the other guy. But I thought they might do that a little bit earlier.
No non-Alberta surgery related?
No, he's getting his he's getting his shoulder surgery. He tore his labrum. He had heard it earlier and it kept popping out, so we decided we had to go ahead and operate on it. So.
Is he done for the season?
Yes, he's done for the season.
And also on the timeouts thing, have you ever? Was it 4 total?
I think it was 3.
It was 3.
2-minute timeout, then the back-to-back.
Yeah. The 2-minute timeout was part
Is
of it.
that the most you've been a part of, that consecutively like that? Like you said?
Well, back when you could call more timeouts, and yeah, you can't call them back to back now. I had done that back to back before, but you can't call them back to back anymore. The 2-minute timeout kind of made that where it was a unique situation where you could have 3 of those, so it helped us.
And also, what comes next? You get a little time off.
Yeah, we got time off, and then we'll put on our Halloween faces and go trick or treating, I guess, and then so.
What is this win? You have to win 3 more to be bowl eligible, 3 more in a row. So what is this, such a game of momentum, and how does this change the mood of the team?
No, it gives us hope. It gives us hope. Winning this game was big for us, and gives us hope. We've they keep fighting. I mean, they really do keep fighting, which is awesome to see. And like I said, we're so close, and all the teams we play left can beat us, and I believe definitely we can beat all the teams left that we play. So it gives us a lot of hope to do that. So that's what we plan. That's what we want to go do and plan on trying to do.
Looking a little bit ahead, just talk quickly about Jack State and what they're doing this season, at least on the ground.
Oh yeah, they're a running machine. Their quarterback they got from Furman fits their offense like Rich Rod wants really well, and they're really good running game, and the kid can throw it too, but he is truly a dual threat dude, and so he's like semi like a tailback, the quarterback that can throw it and do a lot of great things. Their line comes off hard. Their big tight end block's good. Defensively, they're really aggressive. They're a good football team. It'll be a tough contest for us going to Jacksonville, but we're going to enjoy this and try to get as many kids as we can healthy and go be the healthiest we've been since the first game of the year when we go play at Jacksonville State.
What game do you prefer, Panthers or Sunblazers?
I like the Panthers, but I think the Sunblazers is a pretty cool name, no doubt about it. I like the old mascot, the Sunblazer mascot. I thought he was pretty cool. Of course, the panther being the state animal and everything's pretty cool also. But I guess there's another Panthers up the road in Fort Lauderdale too, right? They play a little hockey, right?
Yeah.
So they're excellent, by the way. So, okay.
D-line really showed its depth tonight, from
Yep.
Keegan Davis to Robert Williams.
Yep.
How much has that group grown, especially these last couple
Yeah,
of seasons?
they've grown. We've played a lot of guys, and that's helped us have more depth, especially in the fourth quarter and playing hard. And Coach George Frazier and KU are doing a great job with those guys, and it's been good. It's been really good.
CJ's return had a pretty immediate impact, it felt like.
Oh,
How
yeah.
much do you guys feel the confidence when he's out there?
Oh yeah, he's a really, really good player. He flies around, makes a lot of plays for us. Great at the checks, can see things. That's the thing. You play back there a while, you see things and know what they're trying to do to you. Even if a team comes out, they didn't. I know what they're trying to do to us, and that's huge. Especially the very first play, the very first third down. What a play on the power read, and he had seen that a lot, and we practiced it, but he really was there 5 yards quicker than he should have been, but he knew it. He just knew it, and that's part of anticipation, which is really good.
O-line had one of their best games. They get some reinforcements for next game, right? John Bach back.
Yeah, John Bach will be back, which is great. Can't wait to see Bach back, which will help us. And Ben had his wrist operated on. We'll see how he'll be when he comes back. So, like I said, we'll be healthier there than we have been, which would be great.
How long has Ben out?
Well, he was out this game. He'll come back. I think we got to see what kind of cast he's going to have to wear on it after he has surgery. Having surgery
Could be
on
the
Halloween.
16th?
Huh?
Could be for the next game.
He should be back for the next game. I just don't know how much of his hand to be available. He might have to play with a club. I'm not sure. So we'll look at that. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys.
Hey, Eric, Coach was talking about the quarters zone defense they're playing. Is that something that you feel you can exploit, or you prefer man, or does it not make a difference to you?
I feel like you can exploit a bunch of different defenses no matter what they come out in. It's just the way that you go at it. So what you prepare for early in the week, they may not come out in that. So you just got to prepare for all defenses and expect whatever they do when we finally get to the game.
And at what point in time did you feel like this is going to be a big night for you?
I really had no idea exactly. I just was playing the game, just let whatever came to me, and it just ended up being the night that it was.
Coach said that they blew that coverage in that first one, and you were all alone. What was going through your mind?
I was like, oh, well, I was just shocked. Like, that was probably one of the hardest catches of my life because you're, like, so wide open. You're like, ah. So, the hardest catches are the ones that, like, they seem the easiest. So, I just thank God, man.
What did they make any adjustments to you as a to you being so hot as far as you could tell during the game, or?
They didn't really make too many adjustments. I just think our running backs did a great job of running the ball to get those safeties to come down. So it opened up the deep passes over the top when we did the RPOs and the run fakes and get the defense to come down. So I think that helped a lot with them running the ball pretty good.
Safe to say the greatest game of your life, Pee Wee, any football or what?
Yeah, probably the greatest game of my life. Yeah, I could say that at least. But yeah.
What are you gonna do for Keon? Buy him dinner, or what's gonna happen?
Yeah, I'll probably go buy him dinner or something, give him a little something.
What does it feel when you hear the names, T.Y. Hilton, Chris Mitchell,
Yeah,
Tyrese Hall?
that's kind of, it feels kind of surreal in the moment because, like, I just know, like, that wasn't me out there. I feel like it was God playing through me, and just I give all the glory to him because without him, who am I? So.
What was your reaction when you found out, you had that record?
Yeah, like I said, it was surreal. It didn't feel real. So it's just one of those experiences, once in a lifetime experiences that you don't know how to feel because it's like, when does it ever happen on a day-to-day basis? It just feel crazy to me.
When they announced that you had broken the record on the Jumbotron, just what were your thoughts on how the fans and your teammates reacted to the news?
Yeah, I almost wanted to bust out in tears because, like, I'm pretty hard on myself. I'll be hard on myself my whole life because I expect I try to be perfect, but I know nobody can be perfect. So I just if you strive for perfection, success is inevitable. So I just keep pushing to be perfect every day, even though I know I'll never reach it. So that's why I keep going every day.
Talk about what was going through your head. I believe on the second touchdown pass, tried to grab it with one hand, bobbled it in the air a little bit, then came down with it. Just what was going through your mind during that?
I was like, just run it down. I just took my hand out and left it up to God. It was nobody but God.
How big is this win for you guys moving forward now? Kind of just that momentum going into these last 3 games.
Yeah, we just got to attack each and every week like we did this week. Just keep working and keep our heads down and keep fighting and keep going. Because like Coach Mack said, anybody in our conference can be beat anytime. So we just got to keep working and pushing.
Eric, I have a tough question for you. You ready? Last receivers here at this school had these big years. Tyrese Chambers, Chris Mitchell, they both transferred. Do you want to stay here at FIU? What's your feeling towards this school that gave you this opportunity?
Yeah, I love the school a lot, but I'm just leave it up to God, and whatever God has for me, that's what it'll be. So that's all I got for right now.
Fair enough.
Anything else, guys? Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Eric.
Appreciate it.